Thought I'd do a quick video on these Snowrider zip boots by Xpeti. I think that's what they're called. I've had them now for about 2 weeks. I've been wearing them. I've been wearing them because I do gardening and I do metal detecting. And I thought, what's the point in doing a video when you just get them in a box, brand new, and you haven't really used them, worn them out, and actually got used to what they're about. So this is a very brief video. So initially my concerns were pulling up on the zip. Always worried that zips are going to break. 2 weeks they haven't, but I'm still actually pulling up the zip by holding it further down, not pulling it by the toggle as much. The inside liners, which are thermal, as I'll show you when you walk, if you listen. Are absolutely annoying. I'm going to take them out because I think it's the foil underneath that's rubbing on the bottom of the boot, and they squeak for England. So they've got to go. Yes, it's only October now, and you can actually feel on a nippy morning that it radiates heat back, but you can't poke up with the noise that they make. As regards to the boot itself, I think that they're reasonably comfortable. I did notice when you walk in them, initially getting them, your foot slips down the end. I've got you take 10.5, I've got size 11. The other thing is, as you can see, the insole, I've just taken my boot off and the whole thing comes up in the air. Can't really see, but it comes up in the air, and that's really frustrating. It goes and scrunches all up. So another reason to take them out. The boot itself is very comfortable. It's light. As I said, I've only worn them for 2 weeks. I've been cross ploughed fields. I've been up on ladders doing cutting conifer hedges and things. It's early days, but the big issue is the inside is that liner. It's got to go. Don't know what they'll be like in another couple of months. I get through my boots, I wear out pretty quick, so it will be interesting to see how they go. They're a nice-ish boot. Let's look at it there. These aren't fashion boots. I've got them for work, and I wanted an alternative. So I have chainsaw boots. They're quite heavy and they're hot. I was wearing these boots, which I've had for 2 years nearly. Now the bottom's gone on them, but they've done really well. And leather, and they've done really well. That's 2 years old, and they've been working in the same environment for 2 years, and I've polished them up, and I've been wearing them out for good and at work as well. And I recommend these. They're about 60 quid, and they're brilliant. Forgotten the make of them, but ask me again and I'll find out if you want to know. But they are very good, and they wear in well. They take a bit of wearing in, should I say. But anyway, coming back to these Xpeti or whatever they're called, excuse my pronunciations. 70 odd pound. Not a lot of money for a quality boot, but I think the thing is to do another video in, say, a couple of months' time and see what the bottom treads are like. I know they're a snow boot, but they're supposed to be a hiking boot really as well. But definitely, you've got to take that out the bottom. I mean, the manufacturers have got to rethink that, because it's just absurd. You can't cope with that. And then, I mean, it's all right. So, well, you know, you're the first person to actually say there's been a problem. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. They do not work properly. They have to have another idea. And then they're very thin as well, so they're not as comfortable as you would hope. But all that aside, the boot is a comfortable boot straight off the bat. Would I buy them now I've worn them? Not sure. There is some good boots out there at that price. I don't know. I think the novelty is in the zip, and this thermal liner. Well, forget the thermal liner. If that's what you bought it for, or that's what you're thinking of buying them for, then think again, in my eyes, because it doesn't work. But as a boot, yeah, wear it when you go out and not working, and when you're working, when you're hiking. But there's better hiking boots. They're a lot more money, admittedly, but I think when it comes down to it, if you got to pay 130 quid for a really good boot because you're extreme with them, then pay that 130 quid, or £200 as my tree surgery boots or forestry boots, 250 quid. But I've had those 2 years and there isn't a blemish on them. Waterproof, water resistant. They're haking. They're very good boot. But you pay what you get. But anyway, I think I'll come back to in a couple of months. Keep an eye out, and I'll come back and I'll give you another evaluation after that period of time. Anyway, my name's Steve, and I'm actually Ashland's Gardens as a website, doing landscaping and gardening. Keep in touch. Thanks very much for looking in. Bye.